Good morning, welcome to the residences at the Mandarin Oriental, Miami. My name is Eduardo Cofresi, and please follow me to show you our new showroom. Welcome, so this is our beautiful scale model, but before I go into that, I want to tell you a little bit about the history of this island. We found ourselves on Brickell Key, 3 minutes walking from the financial district on Brickell. The developer acquired this island in 1979, so every building that you see in this island, with the exception of 2 towers, was developed by Swire Properties. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about Swire Properties so you know who the developer is. But I want to tell you about the island itself. The island is 44 acres in the middle of the bay. Brickell Key is famous for its views. Every building in this beautiful island has the most beautiful views of the city. And it's an island that is shaped like a triangle. So the developer saved the best lot for last, and that will be the tip of the island here. This lot has been sitting here for 44 years, and the developer has finally come back to design this beautiful project. So let's dig into the amenities. The residential tower is going to have the best spot in the lot, with the most area and the best positioning for the tower to have the better views. This is the residential area of the project. So as a resident, you are able to enjoy all of these incredible amenities and grounds. That gives you about 3 pools in different positions. We have a sunrise pool, we have a sunset pool, we also have the wellness pool here. And you can use all of these as a resident, but you can also enjoy all of the amenities of the hotel. So that means that you can cross over to the hotel, and if you prefer to use one of the pools there, you can use that. You also can do the restaurants that are going to be there. Of course, you're going to have your own private restaurant here, but if you want to come to the restaurants here, you can do that as well. The spa, the main spa, is going to be here on the hotel, but there will be a total dedicated wellness area for the residents right here, so you don't have to leave your grounds and the residential area to enjoy all of those services. Also, about 3 or 4 different restaurants in the hotel, one of which the developer wants to bring a Michelin brand to the property. That'll be nice. This is the face of the building looking towards the southeast. This is where you will find the units and have those beautiful open bays looking into the ocean. Right here we have what's called the ocean pool. That's going to be our main pool. Beautiful open views to the bay. There will be a restaurant in the back that will be servicing the residents. So this is all going to be serviced with food and beverage. Also here we have the sunrise pool, as we call it. Also call it the lagoon pool because we have a beautiful lagoon here. And in this area is where you find the cabanas. So these cabanas are called las casitas. And las casitas, there's only going to be 6 of them. Those are going to be for sale eventually. We're going to put that out there for the people that are coming here. They can buy, the owners. But they have a private lagoon, and they have these casitas that you have to come through your casita through these steps that are floating over the water in a lagoon. So it looks like a beautiful, one of those structures that you would see in Bali and in those places where these things are floating over the water. Remember the design of the building. Mandarin, being an Oriental brand, is going to have that Asian aspect to it. And when you combine that with a beautiful landscaping by Ashma, Ashma is landscaping architect coming from Thailand just to do our landscaping here, which is going to be incredible. So when you combine all that, you can have this beautiful tropical oasis in the middle of the city, steps away from the financial district. In essence, what this developer is trying to achieve and what we're offering here is a resort lifestyle at the core of the city. So something that I would like to add here that I think is very, very important is the fact that we have a hotel on the grounds. This trend of, branded real estate with, 5-star brands on servicing the clients in those projects is fantastic because that's what people want. People want good service. They want to be treated well, right? So, but when you add a hotel on the grounds, it just gets that much better, okay? It goes from having a restaurant at the lobby, private for the residents, to having 7 different places where you can have food and beverage service here, including a possible upcoming Michelin restaurant in the property. So it also, you have, pools galore. You can choose pools of different types and sizes in different locations. We even have an Olympic-sized pool that is going to be covered on the roof. So the amenities and the services get so much better when you have a hotel on the grounds. And in this case, this hotel is going to be the flagship of the brand in the United States, which means that it's going to be the most important hotel for the brand in this part of the world. So that is, I think, amazing, and that adds a lot of value for our residents because you're going to be able to move, freely throughout this resort, literally enjoying all of these amenities and services, something that you cannot do in any property in this part of the city. So not only is the developer going to raise the bar with this hotel becoming the flagship of the brand, they also want to do the same thing with the residences. They want to deliver a product that's never seen before in the market in Miami. And they're paying a lot of attention to the details from the unit mix that you find in this condominium to the finishes and stuff. So let's talk about the details in the residences. For example, we're going to have 11 feet height on every residence in the building. So what that means is that, yes, in Miami, most buildings are either 9 feet or 10 feet, and 10 feet is great, but 11 feet is that much better. That additional foot gives you better light, better views. The sensation of space in your residence is completely different. And most developers shy away from that because it shaves off inventory from the buildings. This developer wanted to raise the bar and give you 11-foot height in every unit from the 5th floor all the way to the top. In the penthouses, we're going to have 12 feet height on the ceilings, and on the big openings, they're going to be even taller than that. But in addition to that, the terraces are going to be very, very expansive. And I think that that's one of the things that define luxury space, okay? So our terraces are going to go from 8 to 12 feet in most terraces. Some of them are even deeper than that. What that gives you is outdoor areas and terraces where you can really enjoy the outdoors with that beautiful weather that Miami has to offer. You can actually really create outdoor environments in these apartments that will give you the feeling more of a home than that of a condo. So in addition to that, every residence is going to have a wet bar on the terrace, so you can enjoy having a beautiful dinner with your family out there and your friends. All of the apartments come with a dedicated storage unit. So also all of our apartments are going to have private elevators. So we have 7 elevator banks to ensure that everybody goes up to the unit, privately and also fast. Also, the units are going to be finished, not furnished. We're going to give you Martini kitchens with Gaggenau appliances, and Martini is actually using the ratio line, which is the best line that they offer. We're also going to give you flooring that will be installed indoor and outdoors, and we're going to give you choices of that. The closets or the dressing rooms in the residences are going to be finished, designed by Tristan Auer, and I'm going to tell you about Tristan Auer in a few minutes. Designed by Tristan Auer and included in the price. So we're going to have beautiful closets that we're going to show you some images in the video that you can see, and also private terraces from some of the bathrooms. Almost all of our residences are corner units, so that ensures that you have beautiful views in every direction. So let's talk about the views, because the views are, incredible. Because of our position and because of the fact that most of our units are corners, you have bi-directional views in every residence. So you don't have anything obstructing you on the bay or not even in the back, because the buildings are, very separated from the tower. So you have beautiful views from every unit, from every angle. And I love what the architects did here with they positioned the building looking southeast to maximize those views even more. So you have sunrise views, open bay views, you have sunset views. And in the back, we have these beautiful views of the city that you can see the entire skyline of Miami and downtown, combined with water, because remember, you're in an island, so you're surrounded by water in every angle that you look. So that's something that you cannot find at the core of the city, because even if you find yourself on the bay, there's always a surprise factor of what's going to happen to your left or your right and in the back. Miami, as we know, is growing tremendously, and this gives you the assurance that this is the last developable land in this island in the middle of the bay, so these views are forever. So what are the main takeaways of this beautiful new development? You find yourself, like I said before, in a private island, okay, 44 acres in the middle of the bay. The lot where the property is going to be is 5 acres. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we're at the core of the city, and most of what you see in Brickell Avenue and in the financial district is built in 1 acre of land, so everything is vertical. We have 5 acres, so that means that we have grounds for you to walk around. We don't have any amenities in the tower. We have them all in the grounds. You have a beautiful place that you can walk around with beautiful gardens, pools, you have restaurants, you have something very special. And also the fact that the island has control access is very, very important too. Our clients are very interested in living in places that are more secluded, more private, to add those additional layers of security, so they feel more comfortable with that. And also the views, right? The views are forever. This is the last piece of land to be developed in this island in the middle of the bay, so that assures you that these views are going to be there forever. When you top it off with the Mandarin Oriental brand, which is the #1 hospitality brand in the world right now, you have a product that you cannot replace. This is something that checks in all the boxes, and that's what our clients have found in this beautiful oasis that we're creating at the heart of the city. My name is Eduardo Cofresi, and please contact your million and up agent if you want to come and meet us in person and receive a full private presentation on this beautiful project. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.